I don't know about you, but I love sweaters. Sweaters are my favorite kind of clothing, my favorite kind of garment. Garment means a piece of clothing. So today we're talking about various sorts of sweaters, different types, different kinds, different textures, materials, etc. So let's start with the first one. Yeah, but before I show you that, I want to tell you what the difference between a sweater and a sweatshirt is. A sweater is a bit richer. It's a bit more complex. It has more texture to it and it's a bit thicker, right? Ironically, sweaters are not made for absorbing sweat. They are made for keeping you warm. But a sweatshirt is made for that purpose, to absorb your sweat. Sweaters are made of loops. They're a bit more stretchy and they're a bit more flexible, while sweatshirts are a bit more rigid. And we have straight lines across and straight lines up, so it's pretty simple. So that's the difference. That's the primary difference. Now on to the sweaters. Well, first I have this cardigan. Cardigan is a type of sweater that can be fastened at the front. Sometimes you'll get it with a zipper, while other times you'll get it with buttons. Which one do you prefer? I like buttons because they just feel more natural to me, and I sometimes struggle with zippers because they tend to get stuck, right? And I really struggle to get them unstuck, and so it goes like this, right? Up and down, and you can see how this one suits me. I would say that this is a loose fit, which means that it's not tight. It doesn't hug your body, but it's more like casual, relaxed. And I'd say that this one is for some day-to-day activities, right? Walking around the house or just puttering around doing nothing special. I love it because of these patterns. It's really nice. It's stylish in a way, yet old-fashioned. But what I hate about this one is the fact that it's made of polyester, which is not a natural material. You start sweating in it. So that was the cardigan. Now on to the next one. Oh, this one used to be one of my favorite sweaters. But over time it kind of became bottom heavy, which means that the lower part of it became heavier than the upper one. So you'll see this high neck here. A high neck piece will stand on its own. Later I'll tell you about turtleneck and what the difference is between this one and the turtleneck one. So this sweater has a really fine texture, and you can see how these knits are kind of intertwined, and yeah, it makes for a nice day or night piece. You can wear it with jeans, with, well, pretty much anything besides shorts, of course. This one's pretty thick and it offers a bit more warmth, which is great in cold days, right? In winter, in late autumn. So yeah, I'd buy this one again. The only thing that I don't like about this one is that it's 70% acrylic, which is not the best and not the finest material, but at least it has 30% wool, which is a natural material. So we get wool from sheep and it feels natural, right? When you touch it, it's nice. It's not very soft, but I prefer that kind of material to polyester or acrylic. But I love this sweater anyway. The next one. Next up, we have this one, which is like a mixture of sweatshirt and a sweater. If you focus on it, you can see that like the texture is not really, it's pretty simple, right? We have straight lines across and straight lines up, so it's not a real sweater, but it resembles a sweater. So I like it because of these patterns. You can see how classic these are, and I love that. Again, I don't like the fact that this is polyester. It doesn't feel good on the skin, but it's interesting because it has this hoodie part, which is kind of neat because you can go out with it, and if it rains, right, if it's drizzling or something, you can put this on. So it's like autumn/winter, New Year, Christmas motive, sweatshirt/sweater. So yeah. Also, it's a really nice fit. It's not too wide, it's not too narrow. I'd say that this one suits me well. It's a bit tight on the shoulder area, but yeah, it's good. By the way, did you know that these patterns actually mean something. Like whether you're looking at a diamond shape or like a snowflake shape, all of those mean something, right? They symbolize either happiness or fortune or a healthy life, etc. I like it because there's some history to it as well. Oh, this piece is super unique and special to me. I love it because it's 100% wool, and there's no way I would sell it because it's so high quality. By the way, this is a gift from my mom's friend's husband. It's a really rare and old piece, so I think the value of this one will go up, like potentially. By the way, this is a half zip piece. When I say half zip, it means that you can unzip it until the chest area, right? Upper chest area. There are also quarter zip pieces, which is, I mean, they go until maybe, well, until here, let's say. You can unzip them just a tiny little bit. By the way, this one is a mock neck. It's not a real full-length neck piece, but it's rather shorter. As you probably know, wool is pretty warm, so this one gets really warm during winter. Definitely recommend this one. Let's go to the next one. This is a really nicely woven sweater. You can see that it is a sweater just by looking at these. You can see that the texture is pretty unique and it's kind of 3D, right? It's not flat. You don't have just horizontal lines and vertical lines, but it's rather more complex. You can layer this one easily, which means that you can put other clothing pieces underneath. So you can put on a shirt, for example, and then this one on top. This one's not too warm. It has so many holes, so I would recommend this one for spring or maybe early summer even. As you could probably notice, all these pieces are long-sleeved sweatshirts and sweaters. So long-sleeved, they have long sleeves, right? Short-sleeved means that they have short sleeves, of course. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, here we have a sweatshirt, and you can see that it's a sweatshirt just by looking at the texture. You can see how simply woven it is. It has those straight lines across and straight lines up. So yeah, but I like the details. Like it has these tiny, I don't know, like fabric pieces inside. And if you look from a distance, you could say that it's gray, but if I come closer, you can see that it's actually like a mix of different colors, right? It's kind of white, it's kind of gray and black, and it's all mushed together to create this beautiful piece. It's made of 60% cotton and 40% acrylic, which is a good combination. I like it. This sweatshirt has a turtleneck, which means that it folds over on itself. It cannot stand on its own. See how it falls down? So this is called a turtleneck. This is 100% cotton. It's very comfy. It feels so good on the skin. It's a nice and tailored fit, which means that it looks as if somebody made it specially for you. I love this one. And last but not least, my favorite sweater ever. You can see how kind of 3D it is. It has these really nicely woven details. This is a great example of raised cable stitch, which means that they are kind of protruding, and yeah, there's a lot more to this piece when you get closer to it. Is this a turtleneck? No, it isn't. This is a high neck, and you can see how it can stand on its own, and right, you can also unfold it and get this well, you can see how it looks here on camera. It's 70% wool, which makes it feel so nice and warm, yet it's not scratchy, which wool tends to be at times. It's not scratchy because it contains 30% acrylic, which makes for a really nice, comfy feeling when you wear it. So this one is a huge yes. Cheers!